what's up, everybody? It's the Swinging Bull here, joined by Mr. SLP. So, will the bull market continue? What do you think about a summer bull run leading up to maybe the next interest rate hike, Lee? Also, look at this heat map.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Yes.
Yeah, man, everything's green on that heat map, and yeah, I mean that's what they call it, right? A big summer bull run. And I think, like we were looking at the chart just a little while ago, I think we have a little bit more space to move up before we hit that strong resistance point on the SPY we're looking at right now. But I mean, the Feds don't speak until, I believe, like the middle of September.
Right.
So we have a month to go, and will it continue? I mean, that is the big question, but it's been on a hell of a run for sure. So, I mean, I'm optimistic.
Yeah, I mean, just looking at the price action from a couple days ago, we broke above that resistance that everyone was talking about on SPY, which was right around the 415. We can call it 414 to 415, 414 to 415 area, where it had trouble getting through back in June. So we knew that was definitely some resistance there. And as you can see from the past week, we did struggle with that area for a couple days. And of course, we had the 200 EMA here. It was dealing with as well. Literally pushed right through that resistance. So here we are right now. Next level on SPY, probably around 427. Might be some resistance there, which is this red line. And then we have this yellow trend line, might have some trouble there. And then, of course, we got a fib line at 432.
Nothing's stopping it, man. Nothing's stopping it. It's just, it's basically gapping up over these moving averages. Pretty crazy. But also they say, like, the equity market. I mean, we all know that the market, the equities have been down probably about 80% from their all-time highs, right? Yeah. So most of them are more than 20% off the bottom of recent lows. So that is also showing some optimism there too. And maybe this bull run will continue. I mean, we're off the bottom, 20% off the bottom, and a long way more to go, I believe. I mean, there's a lot of stocks that can move still about 50% up from where they are. So I think that is also optimistic for the future weeks and months too.
Yeah, I mean, it's got me thinking, are we finally saying goodbye to the bear outside? Will the market continue to rally? So that's what we're thinking about, over the weekend leading into next week. And of course, we'll check the futures Sunday night. Futures will start trading again Sunday at 6 p.m. Eastern. So we'll be looking at that into market open and pre-market on Monday morning. And also the Feds say, the interest rate increases are probably going to continue. There was a lot of chatter that maybe they stop increasing the interest rates so much because the CPI came in, better than expected. But for me personally, I think, and me and you were talking about this earlier, Lee, I think the Feds want to see several months of improvement. And I think they're going to continue increasing the interest rates until we can get inflation back down to 2%. That's just my thoughts.
I mean, that's what they want, right? They want like 2 to 3 months in a row of good news on the inflation, bring that down, and then they can think about maybe lowering the interest rate or cutting the interest rate. I mean, we could get to the point at the end of the year when we're cutting interest rate. I mean, the numbers could be good in the next couple of months, and I mean, I'm optimistic. I hope we continue the downtrend on the inflation and, give us a little bit of relief there in the pockets, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Let's, I just wanted to mention something on this daily chart here. RSI is above 70. Okay, could entering kind of overbought territory there. And couple that with, these multiple resistance levels of interest here with the yellow trend line. We got the red horizontal line for some possible resistance back here that formed in May. And then, of course, we got a fib line at 432. So got some obstacles in the way to get some more upside. But if it acts anything like it did when we were trying to break this previous resistance that formed in June, that we just plowed right through. I mean, if this continues, it could plow right through that as well. But just wanted to point out the RSI on the daily chart, a little bit getting to overbought here. So we'll keep our eye on that. And let's look at what happened in the market today. And get rid of this trend over bigger time frame trend line there. But just a total rip. And what was interesting is you see all this choppiness, Lee, in the morning. I mean, no one really knew what direction it ultimately was going to do. Personally, I didn't start trading until after the first hour. And when it finally picked a direction, that was around 10:45-ish to 11 a.m. Eastern. And when it finally picked the direction, I mean, look at the price action, compared to these moving
strong.
Averages.
Very strong. Yeah, very strong push there. And it just held that like we say when we trade, like the EMA 50-day, very strong, very reactive to the trend in any stock. And that is what basically it was doing, following that EMA 50. I believe the yellow one is EMA 50. If it's the correct one, like I do it yellow too. In my charting. So if that's the EMA 50, boom, look, it's just riding that wave all the way up and not dropping below it. Now, if we drop below that today, then there could be a quick little scalp into the end of the day for some puts. But right now, we're just very strong still.
Yeah, absolutely. It's every time it flirted with this yellow 50 EMA line, back to what you were saying, it just popped right, buyer stepped in and popped it right back off that EMA 50 there. It's about 2:56 p.m. Eastern, getting ready to head into power hour for Friday to close out the week here. We did get a little bit of selling in the past 10, 15 minutes, but it looks like we got some green 1 minute candles starting to pop up. We'll keep our eye on this, and talk about this later when we do our power hour for our Discord.
Which is free, guys. I mean, it's free. You don't have to pay anything. Just join the Discord and you can hop into our power hour, which lasts from 3 p.m. It starts. And we close it out at 4 p.m. So there's an hour of live trading if we can find anything. And we go over the market too. So that's also a benefit for the free section.
Yeah, we hit some pretty good live trades on Power Hour last week. It was quite a few of them that we called out right there on live that ended up hitting for some nice profit. And we do have the free Discord link in the description below us if you're interested in continuing to chat with us. Probably going to wrap it up here in a couple minutes to go do that. But let's talk about Peloton. Cut almost 800 jobs, hike prices, and shutting stores. They're doing like a massive overhaul of the company. What do you think about that?
I mean, this CEO that came in is no joke. He wants to turn Peloton around and try to get this performing the way it was before, right? And trying to cut costs on building their machines, which they have because they decided to take it out of the country to build their actual machines, their products. So that saves money already there. And then also they're slashing some jobs, but who isn't slashing jobs nowadays? So I think it's the things that he has, the key points that he's trying to work on, I think very positive. I think if the CEO gets this right, I think next week or the week after we should be at $15 plus. And I mean, we've been in it since the $8 range. $8.50 is the first time we alerted it. So this, as you can see on the daily, it broke that trend line, which is a pretty powerful thing when you want to look at a reversal.
Yeah, absolutely. A pretty well-defined trend line here. We got multiple touch points, and it definitely broke through that. And then, of course, we got the bottom of the gap down that happened in late last year, towards beginning in November 2021. Marked the bottom of that gap there because if we approach that level, we could get some momentum to fill that gap there.
Definitely one to watch. Definitely one to watch.
Put it on your watch
list. Great continuation. We've been in it, trimming it along the way up. But I mean, that red line right there, which is $21, I believe. What's that EMA? EMA 200.
The EMA 200 is at $31.
I think that's a bit ambitious, but I think we can get between probably about $15 to $20 continuation here. Look out for this. Put this on your watch list and just follow that volume and the trend. And this could really pay off for you, just like our members. I mean, they're banking on this one too.
Yeah, very nice. I appreciate that little call out there on
Alrighty.
Piton Lean. So thanks for joining us, everyone. Make sure to give us a like and subscribe, and check out the links in the description to join us in our free chat. Cheers, everyone. Have a great
Cheers.
weekend and stay blessed.